Good morning, everybody. Here we are on July the 20th. Yay, July 20th. It's a beautiful sunny day, as you can see here in Montreal. The heat's coming back. I should say the heat's always been here, but the uncomfortableness, the humidity is heading back our way. So hope you're all having a wonderful summer so far, and you're finding periods of time of rest and such. It's not without its challenges, is it? So we're reading through Hosea today, and talking about challenges. This really challenges our entire thinking about God and His methodology and how He gets His point across to people. And Hosea is a unique prophet. His whole life was a demonstration of the message that God was trying to get across, and talk about being dedicated to his calling. But God had him marry a prostitute who wasn't faithful to him, and that was the whole point. God was getting across to Israel that they had been unfaithful to Him, that they had acted like a prostitute. And this can be a hard thing for us to understand, because in many ways the church has become overly religious, and we base it upon church attendance, tithing. We those churches that are much into ceremonies and such, we have those, and even those who aren't much into it, we have our baptisms, we have our communion, and we have these things that people can lean on as a crutch, just as it came to worship the bronze snake that Moses had been instructed to lift up so people would be healed in the desert. We can take things that have purpose to them, and we can distort that. At some point, we have to understand that all that our Father is interested in is our love. That's what He wants from us. Behavior and stuff is just a reflection of who we hang out with, the environment in which we live. If you watch tons of violent things, if you're surrounded by violent people and you entertain yourself with violence, then you will be a violent person. It's just that way. We can become a product of our environment if we are not anchored into something that is greater than that. You can be a lover of God, a follower of Jesus Christ, and be involved in ministering to violent people and never become violent, because your focus is somewhere else. But we have to understand this thing, that the one thing that our Father is interested in is our affection, our love. And I thought it was summed up really nicely in Hosea 6 and verse 6. He says, "I desire faithful love and not sacrifice, the knowledge of God instead of entirely burned offerings." And then he explains, but like Adam, they broke the covenant. Then they acted in bad faith against me. Now, you may say, well, the church doesn't do that. I don't do that. Israel was accused of prostitution against God, in that Israel had many lovers, many gods, many things that they were devoted to, many things that they worshipped. And we can't say that we are innocent of that. It's just that our gods may look different. Do we turn to our Father for everything? Are we dependent upon Him? Is He our provider in all things? Now, if He directs us to go here and do this, if He directs us to use the world system, if He provides for us through things in the world, that's up to Him. That's His choices. But when we make that choice for Him, when we assume, and we don't go to Him, that's where the problem begins. Then we're prostituting ourselves to those things, to those systems, to those governments. If I'm in trouble, the first one I need to turn to is my Father. Dad, I'm in some trouble here. I need your wisdom. And then bang, the Holy Spirit says, go here and do this, or speak to this person, or have you considered this, and directs. But if we just jump ahead, and it's not by His direction, it's by ourselves, it's by our wisdom, we can get ourselves in a lot of trouble. It may not be bad in one case or two cases, but then we start cutting Him out completely. Yeah, we still attend church with it, but see, church is only when we come together, and there's the manifest presence, and His glory is there, and it's fantastic. It's where we get filled and encouraged, and it's where we receive our food from. But we're supposed to take that and do something with that during the week. We are leaning on Him all week long. The relationship is all week long. It's not a one-off. It's not a Sunday. It's not Bible study. It's not prayer meeting. It's all the time. All the time. And yet, are we dependent on Him all the time, or are we running to different things? He provides through all kinds of different ways, but He's the provider. And if we're not careful with that, then we'll see other people as our provider. And like the prostitute that He's given an example here in Hosea, we will want meat and bread from somebody else other than our Father. And all He wants is our love. That's His part of the covenant. He provides for us. He takes care of us. He's our Father. He looks after us. But He wants our love. He wants our love. He wants our affection. He wants our time. He wants our attention. He wants our dedication. That's what He's looking for. And considering all that He is and all that He does, I don't think that's too much to ask of us. So in this day, I pray that you'll find time to worship. I pray that you'll find time to walk and talk with Him. I pray that you will just enjoy Him all day. He's always with you. He'll never forsake you. So you be blessed and be encouraged in this day. And enjoy it. Go for a walk. Enjoy the kids. Enjoy the parks. Enjoy the swimming pools. Just enjoy life today, because He's provided for you. He's told you He's come to give it to you in abundance, people. No fear. No fear, no worry. Take it to Him, surrender, and you just continue on with the joy that He provides us.